Hello and welcome. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome to the channel. And if you celebrate Independence Day, happy Independence Day that is coming up. Okay. Just back it up a little bit. Give myself a little bit more space on the table. I'll move that over so you guys can see it. Hello, Yoshimo. Hello, Casey. Welcome in. You don't see coming. July. Yeah, if it goes past July, it goes past July. Not really going to say whether it will or whether it won't. I'm just going to say what you don't see coming and leave it there. I hear you. Okay, so you guys can hear me. Make sure you can hear me. I messed with a microphone. Should we do like a mic check? You guys want to do like a mic check or just skip over that? Does it sound good? I have like all these modes, and you guys could literally tell me. My audience could tell me. I should have done this a long time ago. You guys could tell me what mode sounds the best. If I go click, 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 but it could fuck the sound up too. So do we not touch it? What do y'all think? Sounds really good. All right, leave it alone then. That tells me to leave it alone. Okay. All right. Let's start with Aries. What don't you see coming? Zodiac sign of Aries. Welcome in. Before I start, I'll say hello to some more people. Hello, Millie. Hello, Nancy. Hello. Hello, Cindy. I'm Crystal. Alyssa. Welcome in. Okay. All right. What doesn't Aries see coming? What doesn't Aries see coming? Uh-oh. Hopefully it's good. What doesn't Aries see coming? Zodiac sign of Aries. Whoa, goddamn, why do you start like that? Okay. You guys may not see a lot of social events or feel like you want to be obsessed or focused on them. I almost feel as if the energy that comes out for Aries, if you have the double reverse, when you think of these situations, you're over the situations that probably were feeling emotionally unvaluable or just weren't hanging in there kind of energy. Shit. Here we go. Show me something for Aries. What doesn't Aries see coming? Ooh. You may not see working something. Some of you, it's like, I don't want to work something out, or I'm not worried about working something out. That's how it shows up. You have the Sun and the Ten of Wands together. To start like that, I feel like it's a little bit of a hard trust with situations. This could be social environments. This could be people in your family. This could also be love interests. You're not rushing towards it right now. You're moving away from it. That's your strength, and that's the stability you're focused on. You're more focused on not letting things get to you. Aries is like, I'm not letting shit get to me or make me feel like it's not going to work out. You may be very open-minded about that, or just have a keen understanding on your own. Don't need anybody else's perspective, feelings, thoughts on that situation. You're like, nope, fuck it. I'm doing what I want to do. You made up your mind. It's telling me you're not taking risks. You may travel. You may find balance. Isn't in options right now. It's in leaving the past behind, trusting yourself, taking forward action, and going in a stress-free manner. You have like, I want to focus on the joys of life. I want to focus on the environments around me or the situations I get pulled into and I enjoy in the moment, and then just keep building those. And it feels like you've been in that energy, ladies or gentlemen. All right, let's keep going. I'll give Aries a little bit more and see what we get for what you don't see coming. All right. What are the messages of the zodiac sign of Aries? Show me something for Aries. What don't they see coming? What is the message that they need to see that they don't see? That's what I want to see right now. Ooh. I'm going to give them to you. They didn't want to come. They don't want to change. And victories. You may not see change and victories coming towards you. And I feel like this is something you kind of have to, I feel like you can't feel defeated or upset about worrying about it. And I feel like you know that. Some of you have already, that you're past that challenge. Hold on. You may even, you know that. You know you're not really, it's not like it's something you haven't discovered. Okay? When it comes to investments or love situations, let's go to the other side, see what you get. You may have opportunities in the future. The X and the X makes me feel like it's future and there's no timeline. The double X makes me feel like it's about recognizing just because things may not have worked out in the past doesn't mean they can't work out in the future. Show me more. You don't like to think about it right now, it says, but emotionally, yeah, emotionally you wouldn't take an offer, it says, or speak to an offer. Aries, you would say no. In the regard to loves or celebrations, emotionally, it's easier to keep yourself at a distance. Some of you, if this isn't your message, you feel that's what was done to you, is how I would perceive this message. Oof. But I look at, once again, bottom of the deck, not rushing towards it, not rushing towards it. I feel like you want to manifest things without feeling unhappy. Why does that show me the two? I want to clarify. Excuse me. I got to clarify something for you guys. For the zodiac sign of Aries, I want to clarify these two. Show me the message for Aries. What's the clarification on these two messages? Your cards are just different today. You're more focused on stability. Clarify. Go to the other side. You're not really wanting to push hard towards love. And if you did, I feel like something about this love situation makes me feel like you have a hard time trusting it. Maybe it's the options, the availability of the options, strength, balance. It doesn't feel like it's something you want to really rush or move towards. You're getting a lot of no energy with this. A lot of no, I'm not really focused on it or interested. Or I don't trust you, bitch, kind of energy. Ten of Swords. What's going on with the new beginning? The message is you're keeping clear of it because you feel like a new beginning will stress you out. This is the messages I have for the zodiac sign of Aries, and that's why you're probably in a moving energy and not really playing with situations that are going to make you feel emotionally withdrawn or feel like it's not giving you the balance provided or needed. That's why you probably won't speak or rush towards this. You're not wanting to be combative or have conflicts at this time. I think at this point it's more about trusting yourself and the decisions you make, and I think you're okay with that. And I think that's where you're supposed to be right now. You don't even come off like you want to meddle or fight with situations. You don't give me like I want to go after this at all. You give me I just want to release myself from the past and I want to see transitions happen. But at this point, I've already learned a lot of lessons of things that didn't work out. Go to the bottom. That were hard or 10 of Wands energy with love relationships. Some of you it's love relationships or it's family. It's love or family issues. You might have dealt with both over probably the past 5-10 years. Something like that. All right. That's what I see for Aries. Let's keep going. Welcome in, everybody. What is the messages for Taurus in a second? What do we have for the zodiac sign of Taurus? Ooh. Coffee's good. Oh my God, is that good right now? And then I'm done, and then I have to pee all night. I'm gonna drink way too much coffee. Let's go. What is here for the zodiac sign of Taurus? What do you want me to tell Taurus? What do we got for them? What don't they see coming? You don't see any stress or bother in your heart right now. You're not willing to, it's telling me. You're not willing to do that. You're in a good energy right there. It's almost like if things were to have stressed you out, you're more focused on happy outcomes right now. I feel like there's going to be a lot more to that. I'm going to clarify anything on top of that. I feel like there's more that needs to be said. What is this about? Ooh, I like when we just slide out. Some of you, it was easier to keep at distance. Could have been with a water sign or a fire sign. Definitely could have been a water sign or a fire sign. I almost feel like you either felt like they turned you down or you didn't respond to them. It's one of the two. Somebody turned somebody down. 10 of Cups reversed, Chariot reversed, fire, Sagittarius energy reversed. And you started with fire atop. So did you have a issue with a fire sign or a water sign? Here we go. What don't they see coming towards them? Oh, not even coming towards them. What don't they see coming, period? What is the message? Opportunity. People. Better options. Something about better options. What the fuck? Something about better options. You give me better options. Better options. What are my better options here? It's in love. It's love options too. It's love options. I feel like you don't really. I feel like you don't feel like if there was opportunity, it's in front of you, or it's worthwhile to go after or connect with a victory. You may feel like you've been at a distance with this for a while. I don't feel like you're hung up on the situation. Show me more. Don't this Taurus. You guys might not be okay. You may discover that communicate. You may not be alert. Either people are going to find you interesting and want to get you to do things with them, involve you, or you'll have the opportunities to be more social. And it's going to come through the lines of communication, whether it's text, phone call. Maybe it's kind of like, I almost feel like surprise. You didn't expect it kind of energy to somebody clarify it. Don't say anything. Clarify whatever needs to come out. For Taurus, what needs to show up for them? What is it? Action. It's about if you're going to trust going towards the social engagements. Oh, there's some of you had a little bit of a hard time being emotionally available. Some of you, it's telling me you had a hard time or somebody played with your emotions. I feel like it's a little bit of both. Had a hard time wanting to emotionally enter that energy again. Shit. Also, you give me like, definitely could have been a water sign or Sagittarius. Doesn't have to be. Fuck. A lot of Sagittarius energy showed up, but you have a lot of water here. You have some earth. So if it's not a water sign or fire sign, it's an earth sign. At least in this tarot reading, that's how it's being displayed. Whatever happened, I don't feel like you're dealing with it or focused on it or communicating with it anymore. You have the 10 of Wands and the King of Swords in reverse, which means you don't communicate with it, you don't deal with it anymore. Give me something else. Anything else for Taurus? And I'm going to tell you, you know why you don't deal with it anymore? You learned when it came to putting the time and investment into this connection or celebration, you know what you learned? That investment you wanted to go towards that became at a distance, you couldn't trust it. You know how I know you couldn't trust it and it was going to fizzle out and die? I'll tell you, and I'll show you when I get to the shuffle, unless they jump out before I get there. Because the lack of communication or balance, and also it was trust. When I shuffled for you, before the cards just jumped out, Taurus, it showed me the 7 of Swords upright and the Magician reversed, which let me know you were dealing with a liar. The Hierophant. I almost feel like it was easier to release it and focus on, yes, it was easier to release it and focus on your work or career over getting upset. You might have been upset for a little bit of time. You didn't stay in that upset energy. It just wasn't something you were willing to do. You weren't going to fight for a situation. You just decided to move on. Mostly you shut it down. You realize maybe they were just after a sex connection. Yes, you have the Ace of Wands, them coming towards you like that, Ace of Wands reversed, and then love in reverse. That is behind you now, though, Taurus. So I don't feel like it's really what you may also be getting communication soon. Yeah, hell yeah. Somebody may want to come towards you and communicate with you or find you. Give me like people are going to be fascinated by you, whether it comes by surprise. Like you're out with friends and they're fascinated by you. And then all of a sudden there's an interest in you. Also, it could be through career, something about career I'm getting. All right, let's see what else we get with the other tarot for Taurus. But you come off like, you give me this fascinated energy towards people, towards the energy around you. I get like people are going to be fascinated with you. I want to say curious, but it's more of a fascination. I get like a wanting to know you better energy. And the weirdest part is I don't pick up you were looking for this. I don't feel like you were looking for this. Okay. I don't know who needs to hear it, but some of you could have been getting headaches. Some of you could have been getting headaches recently that feel like migraines. And right here, right in the middle of your face, because my fucking forehead is hurting like a son of a bitch. Like really, it feels like somebody's hit me with a hammer in the middle of my eyebrows. It's such an annoying headache or annoying, like it's almost like a drilling. Oh, I hope this goes away soon. I don't like it. I felt like I was supposed to say something about if that has been happening, more rest will help you. More rest will help you. So maybe it's happening to you at late at night. I don't know when it's happening, but I know it sucks, and it's favoring in here and a little bit right there, but mostly right here. Here we go. Show me something. Taurus. Three of Swords. Why is that here? Now I'm going to use clairaudience a little bit on this. Okay, I got to tell you what I feel. You weren't the only one. Some of you maybe have come aware of that. Either you weren't the only option, or they weren't. Some of you, they weren't ready to settle down. Others of you, you weren't the only one that they were probably moving towards emotionally. All right, or communicating with. This is what you need to hear right now. This is probably why it did not fucking work or provide balance. I hate to give it to you like this. This is how I see it. Give me something else for Taurus. What is the message for Taurus right now? Okay, I want whatever you can give me around that energy. I want anything on this energy. Why? Why is it like that? I still feel it. I still feel it up there. Jesus, I didn't feel this in Aries. I did not feel this at all in Aries. Okay. Ooh, did you guys see that? You see that? So some of you, you give me a confident energy, an energy of wanting to trust your internal compass, but not just your internal compass. Some of you, it's about emotionally being ready to move forward, while others of you, it's being emotionally ready to stay at a distance. Clarify anything that needs to show up. Taurus. What is the message for Taurus? Why do I pick up like I'm ready whether you're here or not? I'm ready whether you're here or not. Like so I'm ready to go, or I'm ready to say I'm ready to move or not. Like it's not that hard for you to go from one side to the other quickly too. Like it's simple. It comes off very easy. I don't feel like if you had any issues or felt stuck in situations around you, I don't feel like they're as hard as they used to be. And this pertains to family or relationships that are close to you. This definitely pertains to family or relationships that are close to you. If there were problems, there were rocky moments, there were uneasy times, awkward times, any of that shit, that's over with. I think you've moved on from that energy. I think you've put a lot more work into other situations. You became open, and you Chariot, upright, moved away from conflict. Five of Wands. Ooh, you have 5. Hold on. Some of you might have felt like you had, this is going to be weird, but some of you may have felt like you were in competition, or that's how you felt the person around your energy was placing you, even if it was like they weren't meaning to do it, or that's how they tried to come off. What the fuck? The world reversed. I don't think you gave a lot of emotions to that. And you give me like I kept my mouth shut about it. Like I just, maybe you walked it through your mind more than you spoke on it. Something like that. I feel like you're really focused on career, getting balanced with career. Communication, you want to play with, it's telling me, or see it build, but there hasn't been a lot of forward movement with it yet. Your messages are there hasn't been a lot of forward movement with communication or creating like a clear, direct option that makes sense to go towards. And it is towards love. Okay. I'm not surprised that's here. I don't feel like there's been a lot of work or effort in that. I feel like you don't stress about that at this time either, Taurus. This is the messages I have for you. You may end up, Taurus, you may end up coming, something may come towards you. So far, it's telling me a fire sign energy could come towards you, an earth sign energy could come towards you, or you just move towards victories. That could be the wow. It definitely could be fire or earth energy that you end up working with. Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius in the future. Some of you, maybe it's you've completed a cycle with a situation with an earth or a fire sign as well. You keep getting earth and fire, like holy shit. Some of you, it's an ending. It's learning your lessons, leaving it behind, and not focusing on it, keeping it behind you. That's the 6 of Cups reversed, making a decision, not being emotionally available, not being played with anymore, walking away from it for good, not taking another risk, seeing the toxicity, but still wanting a new beginning and security with one. That's what I have for Taurus. Okay. All right. I hope you liked it. Let's keep rolling. All right. Taurus, I feel like I favored you a little bit over Aries. I feel like your shit was a little bit too long, but maybe it needed to be. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it was that time to give Taurus a good, strong message. And hopefully it was as strong as it needed to be. All right. My coffee's sweating. At least that's sweating and I'm not. All right. We're going to move on to Gemini. Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. I should just drink all my fucking coffee right now for Gemini. Oh, God. Man, that I just saw somebody talk about headaches in the chat. I'm losing the headache as we move into Thank you. God. It's like a shadow. It's there, but it's very faint. I can notice where it was, but it doesn't hurt like it did. Almost like a brain freeze, but worse. It didn't have that constant ouch, but it had that knock in it. All right, let's go to Gemini now. Oh. What don't you see coming, Gemini? What don't you see coming? My Geminis. Welcome in, mods and subscribers. How you doing? I think Hank is the name of you. An animal, cat or something. Thank you for the comment. Is it Rachel or Rochelle? Here we go. Okay. Show me something for Gemini. What don't they see coming? We're not done with you yet. I want to be done. You need 2 more. I don't know what the fuck that's about. Why 2 more? Show me a message for them. What don't they see coming? What is the message for Gemini? What do you want me to tell them? Okay. That came out kind of funny. I knocked that one down. I'm not giving it to you. Some of you don't see... Clarify. I ain't saying shit. Okay. Some of you might not have seen a person coming, or coming with confusion, chaos, problems. Some of you, it's a Sagittarius, Aries, Leo, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. Whatever it is, it's headaches, problems. Definitely air or fire sign. Clarify. Definitely Sagittarius. Could have been a Sagittarius coming towards you. Too many energies. Too many energies here. Too many energies. Too many options. I feel like you were trying to focus on success for yourself. This card really wants to show up. So we're going to clarify why you're here. Why is that here? Very conflicted emotionally. Some of you feel like you dealt with somebody who's either very conflicted emotionally when it comes to love situation or past. Strength card reversed. 2 of Cups, victories reversed. Some of you also feel like manifesting towards a situation would have been unhealthy or toxic and you had to cut away from it. Manifesting towards a situation would have been unhealthy and you had to cut away from it. Go in a different direction. Emotionally not available. I think you were back and forth on this situation, on investing. It might have kept you up at night, or you might have spoke to somebody at night, or somebody may have reached out at night. This was not a trustworthy connection, is what it tells me here. Gemini, you're aware of it, because this, you know what this is telling me? It already fucking happened. All right. The change is here. Oh, did something happen where you were wondering if it changed, or if you could trust the situation? I fucking think so. I think you had to move on from this shit. I feel like you thought you could trust or get balanced with some shit, but then you felt like you're getting played with, or when it comes to work, it's better not to communicate. Some of you also, this person was at a distance. This person was playing and manipulating with you, though. Whoever was at a distance from you. They were playing and manipulating. And I believe they were telling you what they wanted you to believe, versus what was true. They were telling you what they wanted you to believe versus what was true. And they may have been aware of what they were fucking doing. And that's why there's lack of communication now. Somebody moved away, it looks like you did. Emotionally, when it comes to balance or putting work towards it, I feel like you decided to put work towards dropping it and being aware of it, not rushing towards it. Some of you, a message too is you haven't opened your heart to move on towards another love option or opportunity. You've kept at a distance from celebrations or opening up that way. Definitely. And this is how I see that for the Geminis who have not been in contact, who have not given into a situation. Somebody needs to hear too, they were going to give one last time with the person they were, more connected with. You may have been connected, and some of you may have gave that one last time, and then the communication stopped, or you stopped wanting to give into a situation. You knew better. Emotionally, you didn't feel like you were getting enough. It wasn't making you happy. It wasn't providing fulfillment. It didn't feel like it was fighting for you. It might have made you feel too much like an option, and I don't think you appreciated that, so you stopped connecting with that person. That feels like a person you had good times with, like physically. Okay, just saying. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Now, I don't know how well you've challenged. Like, I really enjoyed Gemini's message because Gemini's message, it was like, I shouldn't tell you guys, but I'm going to tell you how I picked up on this energy. There was a story. There was another story. And there was somebody else's story. And you may have even aligned with one or two of those stories. But there were at least three or four different stories in there. Yeah. Holy shit. Let's keep going. It wasn't all on the same person. Don't think it was, because it wasn't. Yeah, here we go. I'll tell you what, that strawberry moon, and a little bit before it kicked my ass with intuition. You know what I mean? Like, to the point where it started to annoy me a little bit, where I'm like, yeah, I mean, it was nice, especially in the days before it. And then on the 29th, it was like, holy fuck. I was like, wow. I would think or say something just for it to be put in front of me. And I'm like, ooh, yeah, I get it. Here we go. What is the message for Gemini? What don't they see coming? Some of you, what you didn't see coming was communication. And it could have been, I'm going to fucking level with you. It was a Sagittarius. You didn't see this person coming towards you. You didn't see this outcome happen. Done. Sagittarius. Are you still talking to him? Was it a Sagittarius? Was it an Aries? Because it was either Sagittarius, Aries, or so far, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. Strength card is reversed. Balance reversed. Could have been a Leo. Whoever this was, they may try to blame you for a situation. You're the problem. It's your fault. What the fuck? I feel like unresolved bullshit. Some of y'all dealt with somebody who had unresolved bullshit, and they were moving towards you like it was like they should. Somebody feels like you were the problem. Wonder if you got the 411, if they spoke it and you heard it. I wonder if they came forward with that. Some may have done this, some didn't do it. I feel like some did do this. And it's very heavily pulling towards water. Fire sign did this towards you. Most likely fire, communication, fire that stopped. Fire, it's a communication that ended. It's definitely fire sign energy. That's Sag again. Somebody was trying to come back towards you. I don't think it panned out the way it was expected. Did you feel like you were getting equal balance? No, you didn't feel like it was going to go in the right direction, and I think you knew. I think you knew better. Why bark at the moon if it's not worth putting the work and effort into it? I feel like you recognized I'm not going to get balance here, and these are not options I should be looking at. Furthermore, I'm not trusting this person or working with this person again. Somehow you knew if you dealt with somebody again, it was going to fuck shit up for you, is what it's telling me. That's what it's saying. That's how you view of shit. That's what it says. That's how it comes up. I want to get you a little bit more, and I feel like I've been on your shit for too long. Give me anything else for Gemini. Just a couple shuffles. Because I feel like it won't, like, let's get some other energy out. Like, come on, give me something else. We want something else here. Here we go. Let's go. Balance. I said this is how I ended your reading, if I remember, like 3 or 4 days ago. This is what you need to fight for right now, Gemini, is balance. Balance. And I feel like it's balance, and it's knowing what's like figuring out what's healthy or how to achieve balance in every department, in every area. And I feel like you're not going to let go of that. I feel like I don't feel like you'll let go of it. I feel like why I'm showing you this is because it's clockwise reversed. It's basically going counterclockwise. And I feel like it can't be going back and doing the same thing again and again and again. It's got to go this way. And everything's got to come into balance correctly this time. Here we go. And the only part of the message that I feel like I did not speak is don't give to the certain things you've already done. Give to everything on that balance and see how you end up. I think that's a stronger message for you that I was supposed to say last time. Why is the Queen of Cups here upright for Gemini? Oh shit. It may bring it's going to make you look more emotionally connected, more emotionally important, more emotionally sociable, or emotionally more attractive, worth being the fucking investment. People are going to look at you more and more over that shit. Holy shit, I did not expect that many upright messages for you after that. Fuck no, I did not expect that. I didn't trust it. I didn't trust it would be that much. You got to figure out if it's worth the investment to work on, or put it in your compass. Make it part of you. Trust what you're doing with it. This is what I see for Gemini. Anything else? It's the direction that's probably best for you at this time. Not being upset and building on that. Some of you will get communication. Or it's telling me some of you got communication. Some of you got communication, or were in communication with an earth sign or water sign, an earth sign or a fire sign. You became aware about the situation that came towards you. You might have ended or moved away from it and discovered it was the best option to focus more on yourself or your family and not deal with conflict that's not worth putting time and effort in. If it didn't feel like you could secure it, it wasn't becoming your strength, you didn't want to repeat a situation that already beat the fuck out of you, that was already unhealthy for you. I think you couldn't deny this, and you had to let it go. You had to keep it at a fucking distance and not take the risks moving towards it, not be emotionally available for it. Close the fucking door on it. Move the fuck on kind of energy, Gemini, because it wasn't trustworthy. And I feel like if you went towards this, you wouldn't have been able to trust the actions ahead or got the balance that you were supposed to move towards, Gemini. All right? Because I started and ended with what's important right now for you, balance. And that's the message that needs to work for Gemini. There you go. Here we go. On to Cancer. I hope you enjoyed that one. Let's keep going. Cancer. Cancer signs. All right. Cancer. Here we go. Let up my phone real quick. Oh, that was cool. My phone said I have 1 hour and 11 minutes. So it's fully charged. Which means this charger sucks because my phone, there's a cat on the screen playing with like a disco board. So whoever sent that, thank you. And flow state, all these cool things. I don't even see this. I just pay attention to the tarot. I gotta start watching the replays a little bit more than I have in the past. All kinds of cool little shit you guys are sending. All right, on to Cancer. Cancer. What do we have for the zodiac sign of Cancer? Show me a message for Cancer, please. Okay, why is that here? You guys could feel really emotionally content or strong right now, not wanting to be stuck with things or situations that didn't emotionally work out or that made you feel at, I don't want to say at wit's end. For some of you, it is at wit's end. Where others of you, it just didn't come towards you, or you didn't go towards it. It didn't create the security, or the love situation never took off the way you were expecting. Emotionally, it didn't become something that you could move towards. Your card that you could move towards, or that would stick with you and move towards you. I don't feel like you're stressed about this anymore. I do feel like you got to put a little more work and effort in the transitions to change or moving forward, though. And that feels like letting yourself be feeling free of opening up towards options, potentially options, maybe love options at that as well. Because you're coming off where it's been easier for you to say no than move forward towards a victory or accept love offers, is how it shows up for me. For a lot of you cancers, it's been easier to reject these offers than go towards them. Stay at a distance. Action. Yeah. It's like you almost give me it's not worth it, or I don't trust it, or I don't think that I'm going to get a different person to show me a different, like a better situation. Why do I feel like you just feel like you're going to keep getting upset? If not just upset, you're going to end up starting with communications just for it to end. Or like if an offer came at you, you wouldn't feel like you could trust what the fuck's going on. Too much confusion energy. Like you're going to get played with in a love situation. And I don't feel like you want to get upset over the situation, but emotionally, you've probably slowed down from wanting to go towards it. Stop thinking about it. It tells me you've let go of letting your emotions, people hurt your emotions. You've really, really kind of basically put armor on your emotions. Some of you got tired of even wanting to try to go towards investments. Yes, hell yes, yes. You got tired. The Temperance card's in reverse. The Page of Pentacles came out before it. You have rushing towards opportunity, but the opportunity might have felt like either betrayal, backstabbing, or just too. Give it to him. The player. You might have dealt with a player or felt played in a situation. Clarify. You couldn't trust moving forward. Emotionally knowing it's better to leave this alone. Could have been a fire, water, or air sign. Doesn't have. You couldn't trust this person or persons. Some of you, it's more than one person. I feel more than one energy. So it could have happened more than once, or it could have been happened this time. The next person, something shitty again happened. Emotionally, don't want to give into it. Want to focus on me and trust me is how you come out. Queen of Pentacles, the Hermit. Could be the direction you've been focused on. Rebuilding and trusting yourself. I'm shocked that the rebuilding card was there, but rebuilding and trusting yourself. It feels more like that's where I belong. That's how you come off in my energy. That's what you've been trusting with inside of who you are. You're like, I've had enough, and I don't want to fucking wheel and deal with anybody for nothing, for no reason. I don't have time for this bullshit. Kind of like you feel very calm in the energy of understanding this too. Not something about not because you're not willing to get played again or let somebody fucking damage you over your happiness or be treated like an option, especially in love. You know that. You are very, very aware of this. That's how I feel. You're not letting that happen again. But you're not coming off like back up or I'll hit you with my fucking stick. You're not coming off that way. You just decided to stay at a distance from it. That's how I see your energy, Cancer. It's better to get the fuck out of it, out of Dodge, stay away from it, not entertain it, not give a fuck, keep my distance, not have to worry about it, not let it be something bad. I don't feel like if there were times where it caused any anxiety or you wanted a connection, I don't feel like that sits with you or keeps you up anymore. I feel like any of that shit you've already went through. I feel like you've already, all those late nights or upset moments or getting confirmation on situations, whether it was expected or unexpected. A lot of you may need to hear unexpected energy. All the times that you thought about it or it upset you, it's gone. I don't feel like you're upset at night or that's what keeps you up late at night anymore. Not at all. Here we go. Let's keep going. Show me something else for Cancer, please. Whatever comes. Whatever comes up. Well, you don't see coming. Zodiac sign of Cancer. Let's see what we get for you. Show me a message for Cancer. What are the messages for the zodiac sign of Cancer? Here we go. Show me something for them. Show me a message for Cancer. Why? Why do you start like that? It tells me it doesn't have to be your message. But what it's trying to tell me is if there was somebody that hurt you in the past, it was an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Definitely could have been Sagittarius. Definitely could have been a Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio that played with you, or both zodiac signs did. A fire sign and a water sign. And that may be why you stayed away from going towards anything, or you felt that way. Something like that. That may not resonate for all. Clarify this card. Clarify this card. I feel like you're wanting to see things change so you can go towards something that's worth identifying to be happy with, to connecting with, getting happiness. What are you trying to learn, though? Because that did come out too. What is here that you want to learn? What do you want to learn? That one first. I don't think it's what you want to learn. I think it's what you did learn. I wanted to position it like it. I think what you want to learn is believing this, that you can start again and have a new beginning or reach a celebration. I feel like that is what you got to focus on, understanding that can happen. This is something you got to go towards, or just keep that alive inside of you. Believe that there's more out there for you. Definitely, for some of you need to hear that. Others of you, you have that Hierophant walking away, the devil, and moving on. So you identified, you learned, I can't move towards a situation that's unhealthy. I just got to keep at a distance from it. I can't go towards this anymore. I can't do this. I don't want to do this. But it might have pushed you kind of away from options all around you, or even focus on it. It feels like a focus, and not wanting to focus on it might have caused a little bit of anxiety before you were thinking about it for a while, or wanting to have some fun. You might have felt like you had truth and clarity when it came to love, that things didn't work out the way you wanted, or that communication may have needed to stop. But the Knight of Cups, the Five of Cups reversed, Queen of Wands, but whatever happened, it makes me feel like it slowed you down from going forward into another relationship. That's all I can tell you. From definitely investing or moving forward into another relationship, kind of staying emotionally closed off towards it. Career may have been more of an investment, or career or children. I feel like children and career became more of the investment versus opening up towards communication. Definitely not communicating or building. I don't care what sign this happened with, whether it was one sign, multiple signs. Some of you, it was more than one sign that it got to bring up, but it's like you didn't want to stress about it. Definitely don't want to stress about this anymore. You made the decision to invest more in yourself and your family than being something that needs to be looked at or revisited, being socially happy or feeling happy all the time. Other things became more important to Cancer, is how I feel. That may have been what was easier to move in the direction of, especially after too much deception, not receiving balance. So it was like, let me just reset and get my victories when the time is right. You give me a time thing. Like, I got to let this happen when it's supposed to happen. And until then, I work on me. And I'm okay with that. And I like how your shit came out, but that's what I see for you. All right? That's Cancer's message. We're going to move on to Leo in a second. Okay? Thank you guys for being here. And Leo's up in about 2 seconds. Okay. I don't know what the fuck they're going to... What's coming up for you, Leo? We'll find out. We shall find out. Leo, I'm having a cigarette, though. I know some people are like, oh, it's gross, you smoke. Yeah, I know. Thanks for the reminder. Appreciate it. Here we go. Some people like it. Most people don't. Leo. All right, Leo. What don't you see coming, Leo? What don't you see coming? I wish I could have one. No, you don't. I wish I wasn't having one right now. If you used to and you don't, I'm so happy for you. You know? Let's do this, Leo. What don't you see coming? Leos. Uh-oh. I got there's way more fucking coffee during Leo. Okay. Show me a message for Leo, please. Oh, damn. You might not have seen some late nights. You're feeling stuck up late at night. Some of you this may make sense to you. Feel like you were feeling stuck up late at night. Why? Or show me anything. Just show me anything for Leo. Some of you, it's about which way to go with your skill sets, abilities, and talents. Some of you feel like there's more you have to do or offer. And I think you're struggling with figuring out what you're going to choose. Like, what offer should I choose? Some of you could also be struggling with choosing environments of like moving towards something emotionally. Back and forth with that. Why? Leo. What's here for Leo? You kind of come off, you don't know. You come off like, I want to let go of a situation or stop moving towards a situation, stop working with something. Or I did, some of you, it's not that, it's I did stop working with something that felt like it wasn't showing up right for me. Balance. Stopped investing in it, left it out in the cold. So didn't want to feel confused or move towards a situation that you felt like was at a distance or was creating stress. It was definitely creating stress or drama. And that I feel like you couldn't put a stop to it. And it was just, Leos don't like that shit. I'm a Leo and I know that shit. If Leos see shit to be really unhealthy and it's fucking with them emotionally, they kind of want to break free of it. Because Leos like to focus on victories and fucking balance. And right now, I think emotionally, that's something you got to kind of revisit or pay attention to. Because right now, that's something that I think you've put on the shelf or not focused on. You may have had thoughts in the past. Leo, it's coming at you right now, Leo. It's coming with messages towards you. But I don't feel like you've went towards the celebrations or been emotionally available and been aware of that. And you may have truth and clarity that that's the security you got to work on. Bring those emotions back to the table that you have not opened back up to or you've been at a distance from or cut out completely. That may be what needs work for Leo right now. This may be the energy you're learning. Somebody needs to hear if you're working really hard and achieving a lot. Are you working so hard? Listen to this. Where the fuck is this? I can't wait to say this. If you're working so hard and being super successful and things are working great for you, is it completing you? Is it making you happy? Is it giving you that? When I say happy, I don't mean abundant energy. I feel like you're going to achieve that right now anyway if you go after it, Leo. And I feel some of you have already started walking in that direction. What I'm getting is it giving you the love factor that you want? Now, the fucked up thing is that is the opposite of the energy I've been in. So that's not for me, but that may be for some Leos watching. And I like that I could identify that. Anyways, let's keep going. Show me something for Leo. I've been like, I don't want to fucking work. Fuck that. Not giving enough time to it. Queen of Swords is reversed. Ace of Wands, Queen of Wands, the World. Some of you may have stopped communicating, or when it comes to passions, opening your heart, or looking at endings or investments. If it seemed like it was too good to be true, it's behind you, or you didn't trust it, or it didn't trust you, so you're moving away from it. You're wanting to look for balance or not be emotionally bothered. You're also wanting to transition towards change. Emotionally, though, what's going on? You may feel like some change isn't going to happen. Some communication is better let go of than being patient with or trusting. This is what's coming out for Leo. Some of you aren't viewing options or emotional support as safety right now, or you're not communicating. Why is the manifestation card here for Leo? Some of you want to play more with manifestations and basically money and finance or health over relationships. That could be addressed towards a woman more than a guy. Guys may be more focused on wanting new beginnings or seeing things to go correct in love. Especially if it's felt like it's been off. If it's been off, because this tells me it's been off, they're trying to either figure out if it's something they've got to release or trust to work with. They're trying to discover that out at this time. I'll give you every card, Leo. We're going to move on to the other ones. And I'll let my cigarette burn almost completely out. Here we go. All right. Show me something else for Leo. Let's get these cards out of the way. Show me something else for Leo. Fucking, I didn't pack these cigarettes good enough. I'm getting ash all over me. Fucking cigarettes. Goddamn. Here we go. Let's go. Leo. Show me a message for Leo. I'm not gonna shuffle these like on the table. Just gonna shuffle them in my hand for you, Leo. Show me a message for the zodiac sign of Leo. Judgment. Why is judgment out here? Judgment in the moon. Some of you, it's about trusting yourself right now, discovering what you need to discover for you. That's pretty much where you may be, or what you really got to give your energy to. Some of you, it could be spiritual. Some of you, it could be spiritual. It could be towards love, relationships, or business. I feel like it falls on all three for some, and for some, two really like either. Some of you, it's love. I'm going to tell you love. Hold on. Let's see what the cards say. I'm not going to tell you shit. Love and balance are key right now. Trusting, being emotionally available for it. Not worrying about transitions or why is that here? Why is the Queen? Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate that. Krista. Is it Krista? Yeah, Krista. You're in like I need to make. You give me an energy where it's like it's not like just bold decisions. I gotta make the hard decisions. I gotta make the hard decisions. I think you know, ladies and gentlemen. I think you know. I gotta make the hard decisions. Those are that's where you are, and I gotta do this in a stress-free manner. Stress-free manner. Stress-free. I can't carry anything else. I've done enough. I'm tired. I want to do more. I want to see more. I want to go more. I want to be around somebody that appreciates me. Energy. The problem I'm seeing is clarify the Queen of Pentacles and the Empress at this area. What is the fuck? This is the next card, but what does Leo need to discover here? That I think you know it needs work. I think it's more about the momentum or challenging yourself to create this momentum. Go to the bottom. Some of you may have felt at a distance with taking risks or change or feeling like you could even learn that it's going to be worth your time or effort. Some of you didn't feel like it was going to show a different outcome, so it was easier not to move towards it. Thank you for the super chat, Casey. Nicole as a mod, I will look for Nicole in a little bit. Some of you may have looked into situations that felt very unhealthy, toxic, or some of you, it was about letting go of things that hurt you. Some of you, it was not having the patience to overcome situations that felt like they were meddling, playing with you, or hurting you. Some of you, it was also love situations that felt like they weren't giving you what you were asking for. Did you get tired of feeling like things weren't rushing towards you or investing in you, Leo? Because I'm feeling very fucking tired reading your energy, like extremely tired. I feel like you're trying to come out of feeling tired or feeling like you're being put as an option or like you can't be trusted. When all along, all you were looking for was for the trust and the communication back. Whew, I am exhausted. I feel like I got to take a fucking nap. I feel like I just aged 25 years. Maybe more. Like, what the fuck is this all about? But my energy feels crushed. Some of you will really want balance with security. I'm done. I am so done. You want balance with money and security. I feel like it's money and security and releasing situations of the past and moving into better ones that socially make you feel like you're making the right decisions or taking on that energy. Some of you may have felt like there were situations that you wanted to go towards, get the victory with, but all along you had to go back to the drawing board and balance out your own situations out of lack of trust, especially emotional commitment, not wanting to be stressed out, but allowing the silence to happen because it was hurting your heart too much. So what did you do? You said, fuck that, no more. I won't communicate. I'll see through the bullshit. I'll feel it. I'll feel it. I'll hate it. I'll understand it. I'll move on. I can't stay stuck in that energy. But I know I don't have to communicate with it either or work with it. This is what I see for you. That's why it's like, did you try to choose a ladder in situations because emotionally it was becoming too heavy? That's what I got for Leo. All right. Yes. Damn. I feel like I read way too long for Leo. I got to switch over to the other coffee. See if I can get out of that. Like Leo's energy. You know what's fucking crazy is thank you for the super chat. I appreciate all the super chats. Ladies and gentlemen, you're amazing. Thank you for that. Today was supposed to be a day where I was very physically like active and working my ass off. I didn't have the energy today. And I didn't want to fuck today up. And I fucked today up. It took all the energy I had to do this. And I'm like, fuck. I needed today not to be that way. But I accepted. Fuck, sometimes you need a break too. You know what I mean? Sometimes you don't feel like you get enough of the break, and it's just like it's just what happened. It, I didn't want it to happen, but it happened. It's sometimes it's better to recognize shit and just accept. All right, let's move on to Virgo. After I grab this coffee that's sweating like crazy and wipe it down with a paper towel. Thank you again. Okay, for the super chat. Oh, okay. I don't have to do it. It looks like you already did it, Casey. Okay. I don't have to do anything. Okay. All I have to do is my straw. I think they only gave me one straw. Okay. Now Virgo. Oof. All right, Virgo. What do we have for Virgo? Your back been hurting, Virgo? Why does my back hurt? What the fuck? Hold up. It ain't this chair. This chair's up as much as it can be. And I almost, I can't get comfortable leaning back or forward. My lower back hurts. Some of you may be having back issues, back spasms, back issues, a pinch, something. And it's in your very lower back. And it may favor the right or the left more than the middle because it's not in the direct center above my ass cheeks or your butt crease. Like, it's not above it here. It's over here. It's a little bit either to the right or the left. Whatever. Here we go. Virgo. What are the messages for Virgo? What don't they see coming? Not all. And I'll tell you this much. I was nervous to get, somebody wrote, it seems like every other sign is giving you body pain. I was nervous to read Gemini because I know a lot of Geminis who have same injury pain that I have or had it in the past. And I didn't want to feel that pain because when that pain comes, it doesn't leave me. I leave this place, I leave this table, and I carry that pain. And it's not because of them. It's because I injured that body part too. Yeah. So trust me, when I got to Gemini, I'm like, please don't let my fucking shoulders hurt or either one of them, either fucking one of them. And it didn't, thank God. I don't expect it. I just acknowledge it. All right, here we go. Coffee first. Oh, fuck. I remember. Let me give a story before we read Virgo. Some of y'all appreciate it. Some of you may not like it. Some of you may be like, fuck, why is he got to tell his little story time before Virgo? But I'm going to tell him. That's what I want to do. So I remember. Let me just take sum this up for somebody that said something about that. I remember years ago, probably 3 or 4 years ago. I remember I was all excited. I knew I was about to go through a spiritual awakening. And I knew they were going to change something. And then I wasn't super satisfied when I identified what was different. It was like I was ungrateful for what was different. And this was with numbers and understanding if I really want to, I could tell somebody to look up these numbers and these numbers will resonate with what's going on in their life. And I did it with my chat 3, 4, 5 years, however fucking long ago it was. And I did it with people in private readings back then. I have not been really reading people privately for a while now, whether the email's coming or not. I just haven't made the time for it. Eventually, hopefully I do. But I remember not being grateful. You know what happened next on the next awakening about 1.5 years later? The body pain. Do you think you want that? You think you want to identify energy like that? Fuck no, you don't. Not when it feels like your bones are broken or something in you hurts. And it's even though it goes away, it's you don't want to I was impressed, but I was kind of I get why you did that kind of energy. I kind of asked for it by not being happy the first time. You know what I mean? You're oh yeah, you weren't satisfied last time. How about this time? I kind of ate shit for that. Completely my fault. And I'm not stupid enough to recognize it. I'm not stupid enough to not be able to identify that. Okay. Now Virgo. Virgo. Mhm. What do we have for Virgo? Okay. I gotta say this. Do you feel like you may have been kind of put off or lied to by a sign around you? Some of you it could be an ex. Some of you I need to say an ex could have you felt like they weren't communicating everything to you or telling you everything you wanted to hear. Or not you wanted to hear, you should hear. Something about you should hear with that communication. Some of you, this could have been with a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Some of you, if it wasn't an ex, it was somebody you were dating or dealing with. The Moon card, Queen of Swords, you don't communicate with them anymore. Could have been Gemini or Aquarius, Sagittarius, maybe a Libra. Some of you maybe a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, but I'm not really feeling that energy so much. Show me something. Show me something for Virgo. Did you feel like it was like it's you? This is the energy I feel you've been in lately. What the fuck? When it comes to manifesting or choosing options or them choosing you, you've been feeling like it's not showing up for you, or you shouldn't be stressed out about it, or it's just not working. It's just not working, or I'm not giving into it. I'm not putting any effort into this anymore. Some of you, it's this feels like something like a love situation. It's like I don't want to put into it. I'm done. Look at the next card. I want to walk away. Holy shit! Like I want to walk. Like I've already done the walking. These boots here are for walking, whatever fucking song that may be. Here we go. Just not wanting, not getting any thrills out of it. You're more wanting to secure your finances, and maybe your health. You may be moving more towards health and finances. And Virgo, I feel like that's what you trust. You may also be spending time with family or doing things with your family members very soon here. Very soon here. I feel like that's what you're going to move with, and that's what you trust. Everything else you're not really working with at this time. Some of you also feel like things that you wanted to feel a part of, you couldn't feel a part of, or they made you feel out. Out. And I don't think you liked it. I don't, because it just pissed me off. The Wheel of Fortune, the Knight of Cups. You may have had endings, emotionally thought about them. When it comes to offers, they just didn't work. Whether it was a water sign, earth sign, could be water sign, earth sign, doesn't have to be. Could be a Sagittarius, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. Ace of Pentacles, Page of Swords. I feel like the best option was to stop chasing a situation that wasn't chasing you. This is how I feel. I feel like you felt better off on my own or at a distance from it. Leave it alone kind of energy. Emotionally, what's going on? I want love, it tells me, but I haven't had the opportunity, or nothing shows up for me, or it always ends up being more like an obsessive connection versus a true love connection. Or it falls out of place over time. Some of you were in a commitment that went good for so long and then went to shit. That's what that tells me. Others of you, anything you walk into ends abruptly, fastly, quickly, doesn't last even a couple months, whatever. Queen of Pentacles is probably why you want to stand your ground on success, health, and success right now more than anything. And I think you're having a hard time with either one or both. That's what I'm getting. Not all of you. This is not going to resonate with every Virgo. Some of you have tried to question or understand why there's been more endings than celebrations in your energy. I don't have an answer for that for you. That may be something you seek out with God in your spare time, in your alone time, on your own. You may be crying over this, or you may just be upset about it. I also get, if you went through that, you're probably trying to block out that you're doing it because you're not wanting to be emotionally down or crippled by this situation. Some of you, options when it came to trusting them or learning from situations, when it came to celebrations towards love, felt like it wasn't fighting for you. You got tired of being upset over it, so you stopped giving to it. You stopped working with it. You also give me an energy where it feels like there were times where things could have worked out if decisions were made or you were placed instead of played with. You don't want that stress anymore. Some of you recognize connections weren't going in a direction that were providing balance or security, like basically like longevity. It wasn't giving to you. When it came to the work of that, it wasn't sticking around. It was moving away. Now, it wasn't moving in towards you. It was moving away from you. And I think you discovered this. So what did you do with the communication? I feel like you recognize that this is not the beginning I'm going to stay with. You probably recognized I can't be here. I need to be stronger and I need to let go of love for a little while. Maybe I'll get the opportunity to transition into a situation. But the last option is an option from the past. I think you're focused more on your ability and balance and your home life. Your ability, balance, home life, money. Anything else? We'll go to the other cards. Anything else? I feel like that was actually long for a couple of you guys are getting. Oh, if you can see it, I cut myself shaving. It looks funny at a certain angle. I cut myself pretty good shaving. Probably like a bitch. It took a while to stop bleeding. I didn't even notice until after. I'm like, oh, I feel a sting. Let me go look. All right. Probably wouldn't have noticed if I didn't say anything. Maybe you could see it. Show me something else for Virgo. Stay hydrated, Virgo. Stay hydrated. This is the first time tonight my window's open. When I came down here and I was on the phone, I legit said, it's so cool in here and I feel so comfortable. And I was worried I was going to be like, down here. And I'm getting hot, like really hot. Keep drinking fluids or don't overwork yourself. Something about, I don't know. It just feels, my head's on fire. Hold on. What's here for Virgo? Go to this. Thank you for the super chat. If that's new, I can't even tell if that's new. You have the Page of Pentacles and the Wheel of Fortune. Why is that here for Virgo? Why is that here for Virgo? What do we have for Virgo? Oh, I got to turn it down because my headphones died. It'll jack the volume up immediately. I can't hear it when I do this. The headphones are off, but they died, so that's why it came through the phone. It'll tell me when they die. Okay, they'll beep even with the sound down. Page of Pentacles, the Wheel of Fortune. Why do you have the Five of Pentacles in reverse? Explain this to me. For Virgo, show me. I'm going to shuffle these. I feel like I need to shuffle these just once for you. Show me a message for Virgo, please. What is the message here? Show me what's going on, or I need to see. You're in a moving energy. Some of you could be moving, whether it's moving homes or just moving a lot lately, or feeling like you have to be on the go. Why do I feel like chasing independence, either independent energy of your own or independent energy towards money? I don't know. Could you want to manifest something that you give me? I want to open up my heart, but I also want security. I've been not getting. You have been getting it. This tells me you haven't been getting it and trying not to stress about it. Death card reversed, emotionally what's going on. There's been a lack of communication. A lot of energy that around you has been unhealthy or felt unhealthy or not worth communicating towards, and you're trusting to know that. You're not liking what's around you. You want to see victories happen in balance. You've been tired of waiting as well. Maybe that's why I got hot. Maybe it's bothering you, or maybe it's like it upsets you or puts you in a mood that doesn't make you feel comfortable. Could be sweating a lot. Maybe I was supposed to tell you could be sweating, perspirating more than normal at this time. What's the Hangman about? Page of Wands, balance card, security. A lot of you just feel like nothing's emotionally came towards me or been worth working with. That's how it comes out. And you're just tired. You're sick of that shit. You're so sick of it. You're so over it. I'm over this shit energy. I'm over this bullshit. I don't want to focus on the past. I don't trust that shit. And I'm not going to be treated as a fucking option. Fuck that. I think it's made you a little upset, whether you want to admit it or not. So you don't move towards it. And you made up your fucking mind on that. Ace of Wands, King of Cups. This could be in your social circumstances. So people in your energy, whether it's career related, just environment related around where you live. And this could be with relationship. I feel like it's both. That's what I see for Virgo. That may be for certain Virgos. That was pretty like it's gonna be your shit or it's not your shit. All right, that was specific as fuck, and I didn't notice that. All right, let's keep going. I'm gonna move on to Libra. Libra, I need to drink some coffee. Damn. What do we got for Libra? What don't you see coming? I don't know. Let's find out. No, we don't need snow. I'm good with the winter right now. Too much fucking snow. Fuck that. The snow can suck a bag of dicks. I do not want any snow because I will tell you, if you saw the fucking mountains I created last winter, and I will probably never shovel my fucking huge ass driveway again. I will probably pay for the plow. Fuck that. I don't give a shit. I'll pay the kids coming down the street. I'll pay for a plow. I would never have mountains that are like 4 feet taller than me and basically look like I built an igloo to get into my fucking driveway. Or the Great Walls of China. I mean, I had piles of snow almost as high as the street lamp in my yard, my front yard. Literally. And that lamp, if I stand next to it, it's like 3 feet tall. Like, no, not 3 feet, but a good foot and a half taller than me. It's like 6, 7 feet, 7-foot post lamp. So I'm like, Jesus Christ, it's got some height on me. And it was like you could see the pile and then like the top of the light right here. It's fucking ridiculous. I'm not a snowbird. I've been around the cold for too long. I'm over it. It's cold here for too long. Here we go. Let's go on to Libra. Now, some of you may love that snow. I can't say I do. Come up north for a little while. Tell me how much you really like it. And if you're from the south or you from the west coast, I guarantee it, you're going to be like, how the fuck do you guys live out here? You ain't going to like it. You're going to be like, oh my God, it's freezing. Here we go. Why is the Hierophant here to start in the Chariot? Okay. Some of you've learned that some things aren't moving forward. Somebody's learned that something isn't moving forward. What did you learn that's not moving forward, Libra? Some kind of go towards. I wanted to go towards something, but now I can't or I shouldn't. I can't or I shouldn't or I won't. Some of you I can't, shouldn't, won't. It's all of you. It's one of the three, or it's knowing. It's one of those three. Not being stressed about this or being emotionally open towards the situation. Some of you, it's about challenging yourself to look at new options. Something about brand new fucking opportunities around you. Clarify that for Libra. I just saw your card, 2 shuffled. What the fuck? And it was upright. Oh, you got a bunch. I'm going to give them to you. I am going to give them to you. I might give you that bottom one too. We'll see. Something about, clarify that before I speak. Some of you may not have felt like you got the balance you wanted in a relationship. You might have felt like it was more of like a sexual connection and then a partnership. I don't think, something about the balance is off here, or the balance changed. Definitely in a love situation, or with a lover or a love connection. Emotionally, what happened here? You feel like that person gave their emotions somewhere else, is how it comes out for you. They stopped working with you, Libra. Emotionally, they stopped giving you the emotions or the offers. You know this. I feel like, clarify that card that I said I might pull out. Page of Wands. It's a back and forth energy. So somebody knows they didn't get the offer and it's made them feel like, do I communicate or do I walk away? It feels like that is you. Like, do I communicate or do I not? Back and forth. Do I speak? Do I walk away? Do I not communicate? You're back and forth. Do I connect? Do I not connect? The Devil and the Ace of Swords energy. Why is this here? Let's ask. Let's ask why this is here for Libra. Okay. What did you acknowledge? That there's an investment that went after a new beginning and left you stuck feeling. You gave thought to this and it made you unhappy. This gives me, you may have had a little bit of a fucking attitude, Libra. You definitely had an attitude once the communication stopped or the action stopped or the emotional connection with your heart, your feelings towards it ended. This is about something you're not getting. Your card is fucking next. Wait till you see what the holy shit. So I was looking at the Queen of Swords, the Sun card, and you thinking about that happy situation that you wanted, but it stopped. So emotionally, what are you going to do? Are you going to keep going towards a situation that you can't trust? Is that what you're going to do? I don't think the fuck you're supposed to. I feel like you're stressed out about which direction to move towards, or you're trying not to admit that you have been. You're trying to admit that you're struggling with moving forward. You were struggling, and emotionally, you don't want to admit it mentally. But balance is easier to not look backwards and manifest somewhere else. I think you need to hear it. What have you discovered? Letting it go will give you what, Libra? It'll give you the balance you want towards the correct celebration. There's your card, Libra. So it's like if you want this, you've got to let go of the situation that's already happened. And you've got to stop putting effort in a situation that didn't work. Let that be your strength. If you know something wasn't made to work, your strength isn't going back to something that won't work. It's creating distance with that fucking shit. It's saying fuck that bullshit and showing your talents and abilities and not moving towards a situation that fucking played with you or fucked with you, whether it was emotionally, mentally, however it fucked with your peace. The Temperance card is about patience and peace. You got to have clarity. If it upsets you and it hurts you, was it the correct investment? Or was it something that wasn't something you should be emotionally fucked up over and that you should just move out of that energy? I feel like moving out of that energy and focusing on your victories is going to bring that emotional balance and happiness that you need to commit to and deserve, Libra. I feel like your reading sucks because it's like a hard, blunt truth that I feel like somebody made things hard for you to make a decision. And it wasn't just their energy, it was you wanting to accept your own energy. That's how I see your shit so far. I'm so curious about what you're going to get in the pink cards. By the way, let's find out. I don't feel any pain for you. My back just got itchy though. I don't think that has to do with anybody. Just got an itch in my back. It's weird. Trust me, I don't want to feel any pain. Okay. What do we got for Libra? Show me a message for Libra, please. Show me a message for Libra. Thank you all for being here. What do we got? Show me a message for Libra. Okay. What do we got? Why is this the first card here for Libra? I'm done with this shit. Let's see where you go. It's about you trusting, not going towards a situation or communicating with a situation or opening up to a situation again. It's about you recognizing it. Somebody needs to hear whether it comes towards you or you go towards it. Page of Wands reversed, the Queen of Wands reversed. Your answer fucking here is no. Don't get stuck in that energy. I think you need to discover that. Not play with it. Knight of Wands reversed. Let it. You keep getting reversed cards. It's not the thing that you're supposed to give time or energy to right now. No, it is not the correct investment. This is not the correct investment. That's in the reverse. Focus on the investments that are meant for you, not the ones that hurt you. Some of you have been hesitant too with being emotionally available for love situations or wanting to go towards them, or felt a lot of conflict around them, or they're not going in the right direction, or stayed away from them completely. It shows me. Security. It's almost like you don't want to be stressed out or feel responsible, but then it comes out like you have truth and clarity. It's better to be at a distance or let it go. Let it go energy. I'm better to leave it alone. So why are you struggling with it? You just came out King of Swords in the Tower. It's the change. It's trusting the change and going towards that change. That's what you may have struggled with, Libra. You'll get this balance. I feel like you'll get this balance. Stop giving it too much thinking and just move in that fucking energy. Just move to those victories. All right, Libra? This is what you need. This is what you need. And you got to trust your shit and just put the work and effort in it. All right? That's where you're at, and that's what's good for you. I feel like you should be doing that. Because right now, it's not showing out or giving you anything that's emotionally supportive. Is it or has it? Because it's telling me that you know it hasn't been. That you're aware of this, that it's not fighting for you. So what's your strength about? Your strength is about making a decision to not get stuck in that place, to move away from it versus moving towards it, to not communicate, double not communicate energy. And it could be with another fucking air sign. Just saying, doesn't have to be, all right? Definitely could be with whoever the fuck it is, you don't trust them, or the connection was very unfucking healthy, all right? Give your love to something else. That's the transition that's healthy and that you're supposed to manifest, Libra. That's your message. All right. We're going to move on. All right. Jeez. I didn't want yours to come off too short or feel short. I felt like I needed to keep giving you more out of the pink tarot cards. We're going to move on to Scorpio. Okay. What are the messages for Scorpio? What are the messages for Scorpio? What don't they see coming? Scorpio. Can you guys hear me? Mic check. Can you hear me? Somebody wrote I can't hear anything. Here we go. What are the messages for Scorpio? Why is that here like that? Tell me what I need to see for Scorpio. I can say what I feel. You give me an energy where there's like, I'm not letting any more roadblocks get in my way. Whether it's direction on business or people. Something about business or people. I no more roadblocks. It's like, I'm done with that fucking energy is how I feel for you. So what I feel in your energy. I need to work through that. I'm not going to focus on things at a distance. I have truth and clarity that when it comes towards going towards situations, it's easy for me to cut them off and not be stuck in that energy, especially if it's unhealthy. You have a lot of balance energy of wanting to work towards balance and not afraid to cut shit out or be stronger than situations that are problematic. What is this, though? You've become aware you need to move into situations of security and stop letting things get in your way. Some of you are going to move towards what are you going to move towards? What are they moving towards? Ace of Pentacles. Wealth, success, or you've been patient seeing it take off or grow. Some of you, it's been being patient with seeing something change or show up for you. Some of you stop giving to it as much as you used to. Whatever. Stop giving to it as much as you used to. Let's keep going. Show me something, Scorpio. What don't you see coming? I don't like giving this message because I don't know why you would feel this way, but I'm going to say it. Some of you don't feel like you see other people getting balance or mentally getting balance. You feel like people may be mentally trapped. Something about mentally trapped, or they don't trust their consciousness or their conscious self. What the fuck? You've been trying to grow. You've been trying not to fight. You've been trying to manifest emotionally what's going on. You've been wanting to communicate or become social or trust the right social environments, something of the sort. You've let go of situations that you've discovered that need to be released. You have a very strong in and out energy. Judgment reversed. Why is that here? Because there may have been situations that were playing or manipulating or fighting for, like, there's conflicts and outcomes in a situation. I don't think you're with that anymore. You don't stress over it. You've made up your mind to stop that from coming around. Cancel it. You're not letting anything fuck with you mentally or emotionally. Mostly mentally. Emotionally, I feel like you've felt a little off with love situations or offers. What's going on? Some of you just felt off with trusting people. Might have been some trust issues. Just looking for new beginnings and on the rise towards them. You have like a discover energy more than anything, wanting to nurture that energy, emotionally shutting down old energy or behaviors, not looking back, not working with them, not giving a second thought to them, wanting to see a lot of change and happiness in your life, striving for the balance. This is how I see you, Scorpio. Go up. Let's see what else we get. Go for 4. You may have also had a hard time understanding what's going to happen in a love situation, if it's going to work or it's not, if you were coupled, if it's going to take off or if it's going to fall apart again. Some of you just kept putting foundation and trust into the transition that it can stay alive, or that you guys can work out your problems and trust through them, learn together and trust yourself and trust the other. So somebody's not willing to give up on a relationship is what that tells me. The Chariot's reversed, though, and the Fool. You may have had some issues with a vehicle or some kind of transportation or late arrivals, some shit like that. I don't feel like you stress right now about where your emotions at. You may have a little bit of stress in family, or feel like you're being pulled in too many directions when you need to invest in other situations that you care about. The King of Wands, the world, and the emotions. Something about you feel like you're giving a lot of time and energy to others versus the things you want to focus on. Something like that. Here we go. Let's keep going. And this feels like this could have happened within like the last, I don't know, 18 months to now, something like that. What do we got for Scorpio? As I just made it snow around me. I should pack those cigarettes. It's fucking making a mess. Oh, that was a horrible shuffle. Just put them on the table. Cigarettes are getting my nerves. All right. That's why I pack them. Some people don't do that. But when I don't, it's like fucking it makes a mess. Show me something for Scorpio. Show me a message for Scorpio in a second. What do we have for you? Show me a message they need to see for Scorpio. What do you got? I don't feel like it's you, but I feel like there's been a lot of conflict or stress in your energy or around your energy. It's been coming around or coming. It's either been waiting for you to fix it or be a part of helping it. Something like that. Balance, Emperor, reversed, conflicts. You not wanting to deal with stress, but you wanting to get truth and clarity of a situation that something about could be messed up or broken. You also give me an energy where you were focused on security or wealth when this came towards you, or this showed up in front of you, or you had to kind of start giving your attention to it. Something about giving into this. Emotionally, what's going on? You may have also had energy around you that was having trouble with growth and expansion, emotionally not evolving or changing. I feel like the action, the change, it was like it wouldn't happen, and now it's starting to slowly show up. You're seeing the change in the person. And it's good because I feel like it's giving you a hope or happiness, something about hope and happiness, probably for that individual or for the connection, whether it's somebody that's a friend, family member, or like a love, some shit like whatever. Here we go. 3 of this person may have felt a little off or very quiet, very sheltered with giving their emotions to anybody, but they may have opened up to you, is how I feel. They were in their head about this. They were stressed out about it because they didn't know who to trust or what to trust or if they should speak up. Something about I needed to speak up and I didn't know if I was going to. It's telling me like if you dealt with somebody like this, they didn't even trust if they spoke up, if it would work, or they may have dealt with situations where when they spoke up, it backfired in the past. And you may have heard of those conversations. They may have brought that to your attention, something like that. Okay. Anything else that needs to show up for Scorpio real fast? Anything else that needs to show up for Scorpio real fast? This could have been a Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Doesn't have to be. Whoever this is, thinking Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, whoever this is, they were feeling emotionally down or like things were ending or it was hard to start again. They were trying to learn through situations and start new beginnings, but emotionally they still weren't with it. Their heart was hurt. Their heart was hurt or they felt played with. They felt played with or they felt like lack of paid attention to. And this could have been around a family situation growing up. Somebody may have moved around a lot too. I don't know who the fuck that's for, but I'm picking that up. They didn't feel comfortable and they got tired of stressing it and they may have moved towards you and they may have lived far, something about living far away from you before they moved towards your area or until you aligned with that person, whatever. Emotionally, what's going on? I feel like they could be a Virgo. It doesn't have to be, but you've got Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. I feel like when it comes to getting work, they're always getting stuck with making decisions or getting the passion or people taking risks with them or building with them or sticking around. Something about sticking around. They didn't get the balance. The emperor, they always felt like their heart was needed to be covered up because they couldn't find true happiness or get true balance. You may have come into their life and given them true love. Given them true love or made them feel like they could manifest or believe in something again because of you. This is how I feel. Not all of you are going to resonate with this. Some of you, they're still working through toxicity, demons, unhealthy situations, or figuring out who they are, what's good for them. This is what I see for Scorpio. Give them everything you can, and I think you already have. And there's 143 likes in here. Did you give them love? Because it's showing me you gave them everything you could until they had to discover what they could do for themselves. That sucks if it ended because that makes it harder. But if you're still in the fight for it, keep going, I guess. I mean, if it's healthy enough to continue, go for it. Just make sure it's good for you. That's what I would suggest. All right. We're going to move on to Sagittarius. Sagittarius. Here we go. Oh, my headphones. My case fell. I'm wearing like basketball shorts. You can't put anything in basketball shorts. Everything falls out of your shorts. So, what do we have for Sagittarius? Don't you see coming? Don't you see coming for Sagittarius? What doesn't Sagittarius see happening? Coming towards them. Just coming. What don't you see coming? Give me a message. I have to give you the Hermit. What is this? The Hermit? Some of you, it's like the more you trust, the harder it is for people to follow. What? The more you trust, you feel like you're getting further and further away from situations, people, or it's just not coming with you. I've been there. That sucks, and it's hard to talk about or deal with because not everybody's going to be where you are or interpret what you're going through. Hold on. Or understand it, whatever. You may feel a little bit out in the cold, maybe feeling like you need to keep your spirits high. Something about keep your spirits high and don't give up on who you are or who you're becoming. Somebody needs to hear that. Go to the bottom because you have that. You have that to give. You have that opportunity, the ability, the knowing, the insight. More is coming your way. Somebody needs to hear more is coming your way. We're not done. Be patient. We're not done. Be patient. You may have had some struggles with a love relationship, that you may have moved on from a love relationship as well, or moved on from you, whatever this is. I don't feel like you saw this happening. You may not have even tackled looking at love again or resurfacing to it. Some of you may have had issues that you fixed. Somebody may need to, there are issues that got fixed. That's not going to be for a lot of you, but some of you, there were issues that got fixed in a love situation. Emotionally were fixed. Those endings happened and you learned your lessons. There's no more heartbreak in that situation. Money may be something you're working on, money and security more than anything. Others of you haven't moved towards love, or love hasn't really been an option you've been focused on. Definitely haven't ran towards it, if that makes sense. Worked on it. I feel like some of you are learning to find your social cues or what's socially adaptable or what's going to bring balance in your life. You're not wanting any more struggles. Emotionally being open and aware of that there's no more toxicity I want in my energy. I've got to become strong. I've got to make the decision to understand this. I will communicate, but I'm afraid to work on situations that if I invest in make me feel stuck, or that I got to walk away from or release. And I don't want to be at a distance anymore. You come off like I was already at a distance. Things weren't working out. Sometimes it was better to recognize that. But at this point in my life, I just want happiness, celebrations, and I want to be able to trust what I'm working with. Hold on. There may have been something that upset you. Some of you, it was a person that could have made you feel like they were going to rush into a new beginning without you, or they weren't paying attention to you. Could have been a partner, could have been you could have a child with a person. I don't know, but it feels like something were you worried about somebody else moving on or giving an offer somewhere else, because it's coming out that way. It definitely, somebody was worried about that, whether it's you or somebody you know. I don't know, but it's what I'm seeing here. I feel like a woman went through this and it was stressing her out. Some of you transitioned through it, were able to communicate your way away from that problem. Knight of Swords. Some of you felt like there was conflict, or the emotions of a situation were a little bit iffy, or you weren't sure if somebody was playing around with you in love. Your card is in. Could have been another fire sign, air sign, earth sign. Fire sign, air sign, earth sign. Doesn't have to be. Whoever it was, I don't think you wanted to stay in your head about it. Some of you released it, it's telling me. Some of you put work towards this. Clarify the 8. Some of you put work towards it before you decided to walk away. I don't know if you did walk away for some of you. Some of you, I think you thought about walking away, but it was more like, I want to balance or manifest not being stressed out and turning our happiness back into balance. So some of you stuck in a relationship while others of you stay the fuck away from it. That's what it's telling me. Jeez. Wow. Okay. Some of you also give me an energy where you may enter, or you may try out a new career. Somebody may get into a new career or start something new career related. Okay. Like you're ready to venture out or find something that brings in more success and progress for you. Okay. Coffee. Show me something for Sagittarius, please. What do they need to hear right now? What is the message Sagittarius needs to hear? Show me the message I need to deliver to Sagittarius. It's about your ability and your happiness. We're going to see where this goes. Your ability, and you basically believe in who you are. Somebody needs to hear this. Don't give up. You can do this. I feel like you're getting help as well, whether you know it's here. Some of you could be in the physical, but I don't. This feels like it breaches 3D energy. Just going to put it out there that way. Let's see where this goes. Clarify anything that Sagittarius needs to hear. Okay. Some of you had to walk away from people. What? You had to walk away from people, and it might have been a lot of people. They weren't there for you, or something wasn't fitting. The Wheel of Fortune and Page of Wands is lack of communication, not playing in an energy anymore, and you knew you couldn't be there anymore. I feel like you put a lot of work and effort in letting go of the communication or believing what was going on. I think emotionally you found out people weren't really supporting you the way they were supposed to. And emotionally, it may have been like, let me go back to stability. Let me transition more into a fucking new beginning and let nothing bother me. I've learned my lessons. I can work through anything. I can create the actions. I'm not going to let situations, listen to this, I'm not going to let situations stop me. The Emperor. You have the Emperor, the Chariot in reverse. Just because I didn't get what I wanted with these individuals, I didn't get the balance. You looked at it, you revisited it, you recognized it wasn't the right investments, that it wasn't giving back and forth to you. You got truth and clarity about this. So it was better to leave it alone. King of Cups, emotionally. Wow. So emotionally and it was too much to deal with. I feel like it was causing a lot of awareness and stress at the same time. It almost feels like you didn't want to believe it. I get like I didn't want to believe this until it was like you had no choice. Queen of Swords, 10 of Cups, the World. So what did you do? You stopped giving energy or emotions to this. You pulled your energy away. You went silent or ghost or know you needed to let it go. You weren't going to fight for something that wasn't fighting for you. The World and the Queen of Pentacles is you accepting endings and putting more work and judgment in your work, your worth. Because you started to recognize, even though I had passion or I was trying to be creative, when it came back to what I was doing, I had to start trusting and getting balance all over again. You may have had a little bit of issues I just feel like people made things harder for you, or just stop paying attention to you or understanding you. Or you just didn't worry about, some of you just didn't worry about that and kept to yourself. That's weird. I mean, some of you, I feel like you did one and the other. There's more than one energy here. Ace of Pentacles reversed, King of Pentacles reversed. This might, some of you it's in a love direction. Some of you it's in relationships, business relationships at that. I feel like a lot of you have either worked on love situations or are going to start working towards them, is what it's telling me. Especially if you haven't been focusing on it emotionally, or if it's been behind you. Some of you, if you've had stress with getting things to manifest or emotionally seeing things change, there's a change in celebration. So let's clarify that. What's going on? Emotionally, I feel like you've been back and forth on what you're going to do or how you're going to go forward with victories, or it's like, I don't want to go into the wrong thing again. Some of you know that. That's why you've been at a distance. What the fuck? You're going to rush out of that. I feel like you're just getting ready to trust, not feeling like I feel like you're being easy with your surroundings, a little too easy, or a little too nervous to admit that they're bothering you. Something like that. They're bothering you because it's like I feel like you were trying to not get upset of all the chaos chaos around you. You want to see the social environment flourish, but you don't want the stress to come show up with it, or toxicity, that especially if it's already been something you've walked away from. Because wait a minute, some of you, the message has been you've stayed out of a relationship, or you felt like the last relationship was so unhealthy, or I just don't want to make time and effort for another one. That's what it tells me for Sagittarius. I feel like your message was long as shit, but maybe it was as long as everybody else's. If it was a bonus, maybe you guys got a bonus. I feel like I just couldn't let it go, couldn't stop. I needed to read more and more. All right, we're going to move on to Capricorn. Capricorn. Here we go. What do we got for Capricorn? Okay. What are the messages for the zodiac sign of Capricorn? Page of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles. Something may have been better to leave alone than to think about it twice. Some of you, it was about leaving something alone versus creating a new beginning with it. You have the Page of Pentacles for Capricorn. Leaving something behind, not moving back towards it. If you thought about going towards this new beginning, or so if you thought about trusting a new beginning, let's see what it says. Would you have gotten a change? Would it have worked out? I don't know. I think it would have put you back in your head. You would have started to work with it, something that you wanted to celebrate with. You would have wondered if you could go towards this, or if it's going to work. Like, where is this taking me? Is it going to make me happy? Is it going to make you happy? Clarify those two with this one. I feel like it would have felt good to work with, or you enjoyed working with this individual. This feels like a work relationship, something that could have been work related or become a work and partner relations. The issue is the lack of communication, or the patience in it, or feeling like it was playing games, coming and going energy. So maybe you recognized, I got to be strong, make a decision. It's not going to cause chaos or confusion. I'm just not going to let this rush towards me, or emotionally be available for this other person. I feel like emotionally you like, nope, stay over there kind of energy. This ain't for me kind of energy. Because it didn't feel like you were getting balance towards an investment, and it wasn't worth the stress. Where's the manifesting? I feel like you want to manifest and transition into what? Leaving things out that you can't trust, or that weren't producing happiness, or that we're coming in like half-ass answers, or making you feel like they wanted more than they were telling, or not. It was like they weren't giving you everything. Gaslighting energy a little bit. I'm going to say it, that's how I see it. It's like these offers. So let's see what the fuck it says. I'm going to see what you should get. Show me. These offers are judgments. it's like you were hoping to have a victory. I feel like you were hoping to have a victory. And then you recognize the hangman that you had truth and clarity when it came to going towards this as a love situation. They weren't coming close to you or admitting something about their feelings, or they were too busy on work and their family, or work was an issue for them to trust, even being able to focus outside of themselves. They were probably trying to work through their own issues. Ace of Wands. I feel like they value you for attention, and that's why they were moving in your direction. Whoever needs to hear that, somebody liked to give you the attention, or they liked the attention you were getting. Some bullshit like that. It's probably why they were in communication with you. It's probably why they were in communication with you. Son of a bitch. Here we go. Let's go. When did you become aware that emotionally they were giving little baby ass offers instead of true conditioned love? I feel like it didn't stress you out. I just feel like you didn't feel like it was moving in the right direction. Whoever needs to hear that. It wasn't moving in the right direction. It wasn't like this. It was like this. So the scales weren't balanced. I don't feel like they lived by you, but I feel like they identified with you and wanted to move closer towards you, or they represented you socially. Some bullshit like that. What happened? I feel like there was more here when it came to the security or moving towards it. You may have learned, if I move towards a situation, will I emotionally be happy, or are they dealing with others? They could have definitely been a water sign, air sign. I'm going to tell you water sign, air sign, earth sign. And I feel like you did want balance until you recognize, I don't know if I'm going to get the happiness here. I don't know about this one. King of Wands, Page of Pentacles. I better leave this alone. You give me, I had to leave something alone and start a new beginning that's worthwhile, or I can trust. Something about trusting it too. Because I feel like I need to walk away. I can't think about it. I need to trust the change or the right situations that can come towards me. Hold on. That's worth working with. This is where you went through this with some motherfucker. That's what it's telling me. Celebration. Did you get it? Or did you commit to it long? Or did it commit to you long? I feel like it took action, but emotionally, it didn't build with you. Why is strength here? I don't think you're upset over it. I think you focus more on career and foundation. I feel like you did go into your head or want to work with it until you recognize, better to stay back. Some of you, it dropped communication with you, or you stopped communicating. I feel like it's a mutual communication. Some of you, it could have been an air sign, fire sign. Could have been Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. It's definitely an air or fire sign you may have had issue with. Or with issue with communication. It also felt like they were rushing towards too many or dealing with too many. Queen of Cups reversed, at a distance, emotionally not liking the transition, wanting to manifest balance, looking at your circumstances, situations, seeing a past situation that you learned you couldn't trust or stress about, or that wasn't showing up for you, wasn't showing up and fighting for you. Something like that for Capricorn. I feel like you were paying attention and recognizing somebody wasn't making you number one. And I don't think Capricorn does well with that. I don't know how many Capricorn friends I have. I'm sure I have Capricorn friends. But I don't ask all my friends, like, hey, what's your zodiac sign? Or what's your birthday? You know what I mean? Like, I may know some of my friends' birthdays, but not every person. I mean, obviously, they're not probably a real close friend, but I'm sure I've got Capricorn people. But that's what I see so far. Any other messages for Capricorn? Anything else for Capricorn? What else do we have for Capricorn? Hey, Alban, welcome in. Hey, Wendy. How you doing, Emma? What's up, Donna? Hey, Coos Treehouse. Welcome in. Hey, Angel Eyes. M Lady, how you doing? Hey, Joanne, welcome in. Let's go. What do we got? Any other messages for Capricorn? I got to tell you, some of you Capricorns, this is going to pertain to all you This will not pertain to every Capricorn watching, but I will tell you, some of you fucking Capricorns may have fucking dealt with a Sagittarius energy or a Libra energy. Yeah, it kept showing me the Sag energy a lot in that last reading, and I was like, if the cards presented in the next cards, I'll bring it up. But I was like, doesn't mean maybe they just have those placements, but it's Sagittarius was like, I'm here, bitch. Talk about me. Let's go. feel like there was a situation. Three's a crowd, motherfucker. And I think you learned that real fucking quick. I feel like this is what happened. You felt like you were being pushed to the as basically the third wheel, and you were like, no, 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 no. That just tells me I need to be happy and say goodbye. I'm not gonna I'm better off on my own and cutting free of that shit. I'm not gonna give into that bullshit energy. I'm not gonna work with that. You know what? I may have trusted you at one point, but I had to look at the change or be receptive to the situation is how you make me feel right now. Like you had to see through it, not stress about it, and move the fuck on. Yes, move and be your own best person, your boss of the situation. Fuck that shit. Like nobody's gonna take the wheel of my life. I'll go my own fucking way and leave your ass out in the cold. Stay over there, I'll stay over here. Obviously, we weren't meant to commit. I do feel like socially, the decision or the action was hard. So it was hard. It was so I'm going to say some bullshit. It was hard for somebody to stop paying attention to you, or you could have felt that way towards them, but it looks like it was them towards you. Eventually, I feel like you just moved on, kept going towards work, stopped communicating, recognizing it's not worth playing with, and stopped even focusing on options for some of you. Some of you have had communications with others since. It might have been a little back and forth emotionally. It might have taken a little bit of time before it moved into some. Some of you may also moved into a relationship. If you moved into a relationship, it could have definitely been with a water or fire sign. Some of you also may have felt like a situation in a relationship with a water sign needed to end because it wasn't providing balance or working out. Two of Cups upright. Somebody may have moved out or felt like they were giving. Did you feel like a water or fire sign was giving their cup to somebody else? Like they weren't giving enough to you? I don't feel like you wanted to stress about it. I feel like you wanted to focus on security, finances, transitioning, taking action towards a new beginning in your own life. That's the direction you wanted to move in. You didn't want anybody to put you in a situation where you were all fucked up in your head. You were like, fuck that shit. I don't need your cup. Get that fucking cup out of here. I don't want that shit. See you later. Go away. No, I don't need it. Kind of, you have a very you come off very confident, bold, and assertive with you almost like very balanced towards saying, I don't need a relationship to fuck with me right now. And a lot of you've been in that energy for a while. I feel like it's not something new to you. I feel like you've been there for quite some time. And I mean quite some time. This is a couple of years now, 2, 3. Maybe you just got used to being fucking on your own or single or just independent as fuck. Because that's how I feel about this. And it's like, you're okay with that. Super composed. You give me a super composed attitude towards this. Anything else? I want to see if I get you anything else. Because emotionally, you're not stressed about moving on towards things that are worth trusting or that'll provide balance. I don't feel like you've rushed towards them though. And I do feel like you may have had an issue, definitely with a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, whatever the fuck it is, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. I don't know, but that could be one of those that you invested with in the past. I feel like that didn't stop you from going your own way or creating more for yourself. I do feel like it did kind of fucking felt like a setback until you stopped allowing it to. And I don't feel like you stayed in that setback energy. I don't feel like you would allow that. That's what I got for you, Capricorn. Jesus. What the hell? Your shit was cool. I liked your message because it was like, I could tell it wanted me to say more of, I don't know, you just, it was a good message. I liked your shit. I liked your shit. This was one where you're probably one of my favorites tonight. It's pretty super. Only thing I would suggest is make sure you're enjoying yourself and have a good summer. Like, what else can I say? I don't want to say too much. I'm going to leave that there. And I don't know. It just felt like you're looking at things and you're letting them roll off with ease. On to Aquarius. Coffee. On to Aquarius. Okay, here we go. What does an Aquarius see coming? What does an Aquarius see coming? Change. You may be feeling like things aren't going to change. Maybe struggling or I'm going to stay with, before I say I'm going to light a cigarette. Sorry, guys, but I want one. I do want a cigarette, so I'm gonna have one. Okay. So Aquarius, change. Clarify the Tower in reverse, though. Okay. This is going to be, I don't want this to be heavy, and I hope it isn't, but let's see where this goes. Show me something for Aquarius. Some of you were feeling like things weren't changing or building with you. I do feel like this is a specific person in your life, Aquarius. I feel like it felt like you were putting in too much work and you became aware of it. And you got tired of something about it. I got tired of carrying this fucking energy. Some of you carrying, revisiting it, letting it get to me kind of energy. Here we go. So what did you do? Did you stop? Did you stop allowing it? Because it's telling me you did. Look, all three of these came out together. It's telling me you stopped investing in that shit. You may be struggling to move forward with offers right now. Some of you could still be emotionally attached or upset over that situation as well. Not all, but some. Some of you, if you're not emotionally invested or worried about that situation that ended, doesn't matter what sign it is, but it's showing me fire, air, and earth. Could be water as well, but ended. That's endings. Not working with it. Knight of Pentacles reverse. Not trusting it. Victory reverse. It's almost like you wanted to trust a situation that needed to end. You had to fucking move on. Look at all these are cards of letting go. This wasn't the one. It's a new direction for you that's going to create security, balance, and true love. Not heartbreak. Not heartbreak. That was meant to be cut out of your life for a fucking reason. That was not the outcome you were supposed to get stuck in. It probably made you a stronger individual. It probably made you less in your head after you found out emotionally it's too much. I invested very hard in the situation, but did it make me happy or did it keep me upset? Because it tells me it kept you upset. So stop working with it. And I think emotionally you identified and said, fuck this shit. Did you discover that? Is that what you discovered? That this person's not going to show up for you or take action towards you correctly? I think you did. I think you had to stop looking at it and let it go. Let it go. This was not the connection that was going to bring the celebration closer to you. And you had to trust yourself with this energy. You couldn't think about it or hesitate anymore. You just had to start working in a new direction, learn from it, and recognize this motherfucker's playing with me. This isn't how love is, and this isn't the balance I want in love. And I can manifest something better that's going to make me real fucking happy. Because you're not giving me the balance or the trust I desire in a relationship, and I'm not your fucking option. And I'm not your fucking option. I feel like a lot of you dealt with this. Some of you also may have some situations that have been challenging around home or career. Home or career, not all of you, but home or career. And I feel like you're working out of that energy or putting a lot of effort to make that stable or better. That's what I see for you so far. Holy shit. Let's keep going. What do we have for Aquarius? Aquarius. If you're tired of fixing things or dealing with situations that don't really give me like, I just got to back off. Or some of you stayed in that energy for so long because it felt like nothing was helping you. It was always you helping other situations or doing too much for situations in your surroundings, in your environment. Take that drag for you, Aquarius. It wasn't good. Fucking cigarette almost burned out. We'll try that again. That's better. Here we go. Show me something for Aquarius. You moved away from that energy because you recognized you couldn't trust it, and you don't want to. It's something about I don't want to be responsible or stressed out about it anymore. I don't want this fucking energy. This monkey on my back needs to be removed. Some of you have removed some of the monkey, but now the other monkeys are over here. That monkey was flick the fuck off. But you got more monkeys over here. You got to get the fuck out of here. Kind of energy. No more stress. Some of you, it's not. Some of you aren't in a rush right now in a relationship or moving towards one as well or communicating with one. Page of Swords, a Knight of Swords, the Chariot reversed. Could have also had issues with a vehicle. It doesn't have to be a car. That could just be a direction or feeling like a direction was emotionally fitting for the victory that you want or giving the balance that you need. the security that you need. You could have been worried about money or a little obsessed over things ending in a career not working out, you revisiting it or putting more work and effort into it. Some of you may have felt like King of Wands energy, Page of Wands. Some of you may have felt like people didn't understand you, or when you communicated, they didn't understand you, or they weren't telling you. That's like a fear energy. Some of you might have had energy where they couldn't understand you, or they feared what you said, or didn't understand where you're coming from. I don't know what the fuck that's about, but some of you may have dealt with this in your energy. You might have felt a little out from that, like out from the people around you. That could be around career or family. Some of you recognize things weren't working out or changing. I do feel like you're adapting. You're letting go of what didn't work out, whether it's towards love or finance, maybe even love, finance, or family, some shit like that. Because some of you, it's been hard, or you haven't seen things change, or socially, you've been away from opening up towards a new beginning. Something like that is showing up, moving towards this, or the options of it, or being aware that maybe I should transition or become strong to not getting in my head about creating balance. You've been struggling to open up emotionally or build because of situations that hurt you or made you feel ungrounded, it says. You're emotionally not accepting offers, sick of the problem, sick of the stress. This is where it tells me you've been. So it's probably been easier to keep to yourself because you couldn't trust situations if they weren't showing up the way you would have shown up for it. It's like, why do I got to be the one in balance? Why do you got to lie and shit? And like, it's something ugly. Some of you also found out you weren't the only investment. I'm sorry to put it that way, but you may not have been the only investment, the only love option, or they may have been showing that there was other people that they were interested in. This could have been another air sign. This could have been a water sign, or this could have been a fire sign. It doesn't have to be Leo, Gemini, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Star card. I feel like emotionally you want to grow or move towards things that when you think about them, emotionally they're worth it. But be patient. You're kind of worried about if you're going to get happiness or if you should walk away from it. That's not going to be for everybody in the audience, but some feel that way. Some of you knew it was better to say goodbye to a situation and trust yourself, or understand that nothing's going to change or develop in a positive way. You learned it was better to let go of it looks like of a man that you wanted to celebrate or get married to or be united with. It was better to let him go. And you it's like an I know better energy. That's what I see for Aquarius. Okay. We're going to move on to Pisces. Thank you guys for being here and hitting that like button. I let my cigarette damn near burn out. It's all good. Pisces. What are the messages for the zodiac sign of Pisces? What don't you see coming, Pisces? What don't you see coming? Somebody have pizza? Or somebody been craving pizza? I taste pizza. It's weird. Pizzas are like meat on a pizza. I don't know what the fuck that is. It? Nope. I can pizza definitely. Somebody around you likes pizza. Why do I taste fucking pizza? It's a Friday night, pizza night. It feels like it. I don't know why I want to say like sausage or hamburger, whatever. Here we go. The Lover's reversed, the Wheel of Fortune upright, Knight of Swords, Knight of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles. What the fuck? You had to let go of a situation that you were willing to work with. It definitely could have been a fire sign. It's telling me a fire sign or an air sign. Definitely fire or air. Any other sign that needs... Okay, air, fire. So you have fire sign, air sign, earth sign. Could have been a Leo, could have been a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, but I feel like you got truth and clarity, even if it was an Aries, that it was better to let this go, leave it alone. What did you learn? That it's not worth going towards it. Something about you weren't seeing any change. You were getting told about an offer coming towards you, or you going towards it. I don't think it did. I don't think it manifested. I don't think it showed up or created balance. Like if you had plans, the plans probably didn't come through. Queen of Cups reversed. What are these two? I feel like you guys stayed away from developing security or abundant energy together. Somebody's seen through it, that it wasn't coming towards them. That it was probably you. I feel like you were wanting to trust it until you felt like you were becoming. It's either it was too far away or it was too good to be true. Or emotionally, it just wasn't investing in you or showing up enough. Did you get sick of that? It's telling me definitely air, fire. I'll tell you, air, fire. Could be an earth sign or water sign, but air, fire. Oh my God, definitely could have been a fire sign. Some of you a water sign, but it feels more like an air, fire, or earth sign. I feel like you were. Some of you give me the energy where you felt like you were giving so much focus to this, you needed to start focusing on family or happy conditioned outcomes in your energy. That was more important to putting work towards that than towards somebody who's not really showing up emotionally for you anymore, or even communicating that much with you. So it was like you wanted something with this person. You were waiting for what? Communication? Did you start to feel like you were getting played with? Did you start to have to trust yourself or focus on letting it go? Did you get tired of waiting? Feeling like you can't trust this little offer? I feel like it felt like I'm done waiting for you. I'm not gonna wait. You had your chance. Now you don't. And also, I don't know if you're telling me everything I need to know. So fuck this new beginning. I don't want to move towards this. I think you moved away from it. I think you're still waiting to move towards something else, though. Still on the wanting to transition to this, but haven't done this yet. Still needing to get a little more balance before you jump, take action. Something like that. Here we go. You may have felt like you needed to stay away from a situation. Some of you, it's two different people you dealt with, two different men. This is not the same person. Here we go. Taking action with your security, with your awareness, but also wanting more out of life. Something about wanting more out of life in your general vicinity, your general area, wanting to do more or be not just successful, be more outside or more active, active, a lot more active or outside. What did you keep in the cold? Worrying about working or letting somebody get to your emotions. Clarify these three. I'm going to keep these out and see what we can get. You have leaving something in the cold that's not worth working with, or that was emotionally just taking too much. I feel like it was not just taking too much emotion. I feel like it wasn't just lacking emotional connection. It was taking too much time to invest in you. Some bullshit like that, or wasn't moving towards you. Some shit like whatever. Here we go. Show me something for Pisces. Balance, celebrations. You recognize. What did you recognize? It wasn't just coming towards you. It was stayed at a distance. I feel like it started to aggravate you, or you started to really realize like, this isn't love. This isn't coming at me like I want it to come at me. This is unhealthy. I don't need a new beginning right now, but I do want to get something or move in a direction that makes sense. That's the transition you've probably been like running through your mind or waiting for balance on. Some of you, a Sagittarius, was waiting for your communication and you didn't give it back to them. Or a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, waiting for your communication. You didn't give it back to them. Definitely could have been a Libra. It doesn't have to be. Some of you, it's about security and recognizing they're not the one that's putting any work or effort into me. So did it make you wonder if they're giving it somewhere else? Or did you just feel like I have to let go of this? Because you were like, I'm not going to open my heart or give my cup to a situation I don't fucking trust. There's too many fucking burdens too fast. I'd rather be on my own shit and take time. And I'm not going to let somebody play with me. You know what I mean? Play with my situation. It definitely could have been a fire sign you dealt with that you felt like they weren't showing up. They had you in your thinking until you recognize they're not taking any action and moving towards you. Just keep showing me Leo, Aries. Could it, some of you, it just wasn't going to work out, or there was no forward momentum with the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Very little communication. You didn't want to feel stuck in that. You learned, you know what? I wanted them to rush towards me or me to go towards them. But what happened? I got truth and clarity. They weren't breaking through or coming at me. Something about they weren't making it secure. I had to trust that they're not communicating, that it's not worth the stress of a situation. They were giving me a little bit until they just stopped doing it. It stopped coming around emotionally, or you stopped emotionally giving your energy to it. Some shit like this is what I see for Pisces. You give me like crazy energy. Some of you, it definitely could have been fire, air sign, maybe earth, even some of you water. Water, past tense, very past tense. If it's a water and water sign, you guys were together a while ago. If it's a fire sign, within a year, maybe a year and a half. If it's an earth sign, it's probably within several months. Air sign, you could have been committed to them for a long time. I don't know, but I'm picking up a lot of different shit. Air sign, it could have been a long time, or it started out feeling really cool, good, and then it kind of got wishy-washy, and it was hard to get a hold of them, or things weren't lining up, or things they said didn't add up. Something shit like that with air sign, whatever. I don't know which air sign, but I keep seeing Gemini and Libra. Maybe an Aquarius, but I see Gemini and Libra. Here we go. All right. Show me anything else for Pisces. Anything else for Pisces? Any other messages for Pisces? Any other messages that need to come out for Pisces? What is a message here for them? Let's see what you get. One more shuffle. I want to tell you what's there. I'm going to show you before I even shuffle. And I'm going to give you this one. Holy shit. I think it was good of you, wise of you, not to be emotionally... I feel like emotionally you had to like let go of something. I feel like you couldn't fear understanding your truth. I feel like you knew this. The Lovers, the Three of Pentacles, the Ace of Cups, and not letting it get to you. And this definitely could have been Gemini. I'm going to tell you, every sign. You have the Lovers, Gemini, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, Three of Pentacles reverse, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Any fucking sign. All the timelines are different. Everything, it doesn't feel like it all surfaces at the same time. It's all different time. Here we go. Why is the Ace of Pentacles here? I feel like you got to focus on where you're going. Ace of Pentacles, Wheel of Fortune. What you're going to create and how you're going to create it. And don't let anything get in your way right now. Especially things that you've already dealt with. Shut that off. No stress to it. No stress, no investment type energy. Keep that where it belongs kind of energy. You know what I mean? Like you've been there, done that. No need to revisit is how I feel. Especially if you knew you couldn't trust it. I think it's about feeling like you can open up again, or once you feel balanced again to opening up to love, go towards it when you feel something about wait till you're ready. Because right now I feel like it's more or less not wanting to be emotionally available or put work towards it, especially if a situation, when it came to taking action, felt like it played with you versus moving towards you or investing in you. I feel like if you didn't get the balance here, you transitioned into recognizing, I know I can have options in the future, but I'm not looking for victories now. I'm not doing that. Let's look at this together. Because those victories were unhealthy, toxic, or emotionally weren't fulfilling me. So it was better to stop communicating and trust my fucking decision. Some of you, I'm telling you, maybe Sagittarius, Aries, Leo, any zodiac sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. I don't know which ones, but I don't feel like you got stuck here. I feel like, but you slammed the brakes on starting a new beginning or trusting the security of moving forward in a new beginning, maybe even with communication or taking action towards it. You're not moving towards it at this point. You're going to slowly get the energy you'll revisit it, but it may take time before you open up emotionally or go towards it socially. I think you know that that's the energy you in, that you're not taking anybody's cup at this time and that you're trusting yourself, Pisces. Good for you. What do you got on the bottom? You tell me that you feel like you had a false offer, definitely with a fire sign, air sign, definitely fire sign, air sign, or water sign. Something was it wasn't an imaginary feeling. It was they just weren't coming towards me like they said they would. When it came to a celebration or taking action, you didn't get the outcome. You got Judgment reversed, Temperance, and the Three of Wands reversed. This is them not showing up. This is them saying they're going to come commit with you, but they don't move their ass. This is what I see for you. I want to see if there's any final message for you. You guys waited the longest. Show me something else outside of relations. Just show me a message for Pisces. Anything that needs to show up. Last message for Pisces. What do we got? So you're not rushing towards new beginnings. You've moved more towards security and trusting. I feel like you're moving more towards what kind of business or trust makes sense for me right now. And I'm not wanting to get stuck on situations. The King of Wands, you're more about it's got to really give me balance or I will not go towards this or trust moving towards a victory with it. You're kind of secure in your own emotions. Maybe it's because you've seen things that you knew you couldn't trust and you don't want to feel like an option to anybody else. You don't want to feel played with. And I think you know this. So I think you're transitioning and you're okay with being on your own till you feel ready to move forward and go in that direction and build with somebody else. I feel like that's what you're doing. When you're ready, you'll know you're ready to do what? Wheel of Fortune, move. You'll feel strong, confident about your decision making. That's what I have for it. Some of you, that's what I have for Pisces. Did you have to run from, some of you might have had an issue with the Aries. I almost called you Aries. And I feel like if I was missing which fire sign it is, could have been a Leo or an Aries. I don't know, but that's what I have. I hope you guys enjoyed these. Thank you for your time, your energy, your subscriptions. Have a safe holiday. If you have a safe holiday, go with love, go with everything that's emotionally fitting for you, especially your victories. I'll leave you on at those 3 cards for all signs. Go with love, stay emotionally abundant and happy, and look for the successes that have yet to find you or you have yet to find. All right? Don't let anything else get in your way. Be safe out there. Thank you for your time, and I'll catch you next time. Bye, everybody.